What is MMM? M means Mafrodia. The second M means Mondia. And the third M means movement. Mafrodia is the name of the founder, Sergey Mafrodi. Mondia means worldwide, and movement means continuing evergreen. History of MMM. Sergey Mafrodi is a founder and the leader of MMM social financial community. Sergey was born in 1955 in Moscow, and having a degree in mathematics, he worked as a programmer and took part in the development of the first operating system. He was also a deputy of the Russian parliament, and his literary works were published and they are sold in bookstores. And in 1989, Mafrodi founded a cooperative society known as MMM. Therefore, what is MMM in the rich sense? MMM is a global mutual aid community. MMM is a social financial donation exchange network. MMM is a million community of people who have agreed to willingly extend financial helping hands to each other via donation. What MMM is not? MMM is not a bank. MMM is not an investment opportunity. MMM is not a business, either online or offline. And MMM has no central pocket where money is being deposited. Ideology of MMM. The first ideology of MMM is to provide help for one another by creating a fair financial system. Secondly, to provide help to one another without borrowing from bank. And thirdly, to help with your spare money within the community and get rewarded. And how does MMM work? MMM runs by the community, i.e. me and you. But there is a technical program that regulates what we do and what we cannot do. The technical system controls how much we can ask as help or withdraw, and how much we can provide as help or deposits. It can be seen in this illustration, when Mr. Purple donates money to Mr. Blue, Mr. Red reward Mr. Purple, and the flow continues in that manner. So in MMM, we make pledges to donate our spare money to members who need the money. And we do so by logging to our MMM account to make the pledge. And when you made the pledge, you join the queue of people who made pledges. After making the pledge, the system connects you with a member that needs the help. So when you log into your personal office, you will receive the details of the person to provide financial help to. As soon as you pay the money directly into the person's bank account, and the member acknowledges it, then you are now qualified to receive your own help. Someone whose turn is to provide help will be assigned to reward you with 30% of the donation you have provided, plus the donation money in itself. Your Mavro grows 30% per month, and it's frozen for 2 weeks. So MMM basic calculation is donation amount multiplied by 1.30 equal to expected amount after 30 days. Wow. What a great help within the community. Component of MMM. We have 3 major components of MMM. The first one is provide help. With somebody who have pledged to give financial help in the community. And the second one is get help. With someone who have pledged and donate money before to someone else who is now qualified to get help also. And the third component is the technical basic program which regulates the provider of help and the person that is set to get help. MMM rules. There are no guarantee and promises, neither explicit nor implicit. There are neither investment nor business. Participants help each other, sending each other money directly and without intermediaries. That is all. There's nothing more. And there are no security transactions, no relationship with a professional participant of the security market. And you don't even need to acquire any security in MMM. Therefore, in MMM there are no rules. In principle, the only rule is no rule at all. Even if you follow all of the instructions, you still may lose. You may win and might not be paid without any reason or explanation. And in general, you can lose all your money. Always remember about this and participate only with spare money. I repeat, participate only with spare money, or do not participate at all. I mean, do not participate at all if you can't go by this rule. The amount of assistance you provided turns into MAVRO. And in MMM, your MAVRO grows 30% per month, frozen for 2 weeks. The MAVRO grows Tuesday and Thursday at 1 a.m. Nigerian time zone. And you are also entitled to registration bonus. Another rules of MMM is that participants are accredited with referral bonus also. And you also have guidance bonuses. 5%, 3%, 1%, 0.5%, 0.3% in that order. And there is also bonus for video in a letter of happiness, which is 5% or 3% of the amount of the received help. MMM regulations. Multiple account is not allowed. When you violate this, your account will be blocked. Number 2, delay in payment after 48 hours will also lead to block account. You are not allowed to edit your details less than 14 days to the time you are to get help. If you do this, you will have delay in payment. Number 4, refusal to upload proof of payment will lead to block account. Number 5, refusal to write letter of happiness will lead to block account. Number 6, failure to confirm payment will also lead to block account. Then what are the benefits of MMM? MMM is a donation exchange network. You have previous knowledge of Mutual Aid Society. You understand Mutual Aid Society is a community where we give financial help and receive financial help back. So the more financial help you give, the more financial help you get in return. It's like donating your money out and receiving donation back later with little reward of 30%. So 30% go rate per month for each and every donation made in the system by participant, which is equivalent of 1% per day. Example, if I donate 1,000 naira after 30 days, I'll be qualified for 1,300 naira as financial help from another participant in the community. If I donate 5,000 naira, it will qualify me to receive 6,500 naira from another participant from the community. What a great deal. And that is why you can't miss out. Instead of keeping that spare money in the bank without anything, why don't you just donate it within the community and be rewarded? Bonus in MMM. We have what we call registration bonus. When you register and contribute between $50 to $499, frozen for 2 weeks, you get $220. And if you register and contribute between $500 to $2,999, you get a bonus of $50. And $100 bonus for 3,000 and above. Also frozen for 1 month. Also have what we call referral bonus. Get 10% from all deposits of the participants you invited. So inviting new members into the community is your additional contribution to the development of the community. We have the guidance bonus. For example, if you are a Ronald guider, Ronald is Maricel guardian, and Maricel is Joseph guardian. You get 5% from Ronald donation, 3% from Maricel donation, and 1% from Joseph donation. So if someone will be under Joseph, you get from him also 0.5% and so on. What a great deal. MMM has some programs, which are 1, training of members as leader in guidance school. MMM also have charity for schools and orphanage. MMM also involved in community building and personal development. And lastly, online and offline seminars, just as the one I'm presenting now. So, what a great day. With this understanding of MMM, then you don't have to wait for a second, but use their spare money to help someone in the community and get rewarded. Together we change the world. Thank you for listening.